And these visuals, viewers, on your screens are of a little while earlier when we've seen that all-important meeting between the Prime Minister and Yogi Adityanath. And remember, from Lucknow, he flies to Delhi this morning to meet the Prime Minister following that stupendous victory of the BJP in the municipal polls and the counting of which, remember, just concluded last evening. The reason why you're looking at that important meeting, I believe lasted for a few minutes. And the Prime Minister, as we discussed all through yesterday, already has congratulated the Yogi Adityanath government, also saying that this was a victory for Vikas, for development, and he hopes that the current government, the current dispensation in Uttar Pradesh will continue with its focus on development. Importantly, why this victory perhaps is all the more sweet is the fact that Rahul Gandhi has ended up losing Gauriganj, a particular segment in his own home bastion of Amethi. My colleague Nalini with us, getting you more details even as we stay with these pictures. Nalini, do we know what happened? What did the Prime Minister tell Yogi Adityanath apart from congratulating him?
Yes, well, Deepthi, it's expected to be a short meeting between the CM Aditya Yoginath as well as the Prime Minister Modi. The meeting has been going on since 10:30 and the Chief Minister is expected to leave anytime soon. What we have been told from our sources is that it's a congratulatory meeting that the PM is having with the Chief Minister of the UP, especially after yesterday's victory that has happened with 14 of the 16 mayor seats going to the BJP in the civic polls in Uttar Pradesh. So it's a small congratulatory meeting. They are going to discuss what exactly the plans are going to be for any future elections. And keeping that in mind, the meeting is expected to end shortly, after which Yogi Adityanath is expected to leave immediately for Lucknow directly to the airport. That's what we're getting to know right now. We're expecting that there will be a short press interaction after the meeting is done, right outside 7 RCR. But that's all we know for now, that it's a short congratulatory meeting after the sweeping victory for the BJP in the civic polls in Uttar Pradesh.
And you know, Nalini, this again is extremely important, not just because of the vast size of Uttar Pradesh, the kind of mandate that the BJP has been able to secure, under Yogi Adityanath, but also the fact that many say within the BJP that this possibly then is a referendum for Yogi Adityanath, the same government, Nalini, that has been criticized again and again, particularly by the opposition, the Samajwadi Party, the BSP, all for saying that there is no development in Uttar Pradesh.
Most definitely, Deepthi. It is definitely a huge letdown, especially for the opposition parties in this present case, where despite all the criticism that Yogi Adityanath has been facing, especially with regard to his position as a Chief Minister, despite that, there are still 14 out of 16 seats that are still going to the BJP in the civic polls. So definitely a huge letdown for the opposition parties that have been constantly targeting the BJP and the kind of development that's happening in Uttar Pradesh, especially with regard to the amount of focus that has been on Uttar Pradesh in the recent past, after we've seen the Gorakhpur controversy and several other things that have happened in Varanasi, the BHU violence. So, of course, Yogi Adityanath has been the target of the opposition from the very beginning. But despite that, this victory, I'm sure, comes as a huge relief, not only to him, but also to PM Narendra Modi, due to which he's especially meeting him right now to actually congratulate him on this massive victory. So, yes, a huge letdown for the opposition parties, but at the same time, I'm sure the spirit of the BJP, especially in Uttar Pradesh, is much higher up.